Nicole Shanahan. There was a CEO. I'm sorry, guys. You can find me laughing and smirking a lot during this video because this is bullshit. So, there was not a CEO but a co founder. His name was Sergey Brin, and he started dating Nicole Shanahan in 2015. She was 12 years junior than him, and this was not a fling. A lot of people thought it was, but it was not. Why? Because they got married. Now, the topic of my video says that is she the most dangerous woman in America? Arguably or not. But yes, she is one of those. Well, she grew up in Oakland, California. Her mother immigrated from China, and her father, the son of two professional skaters, he was an alcoholic in manic depression. Her parents had a difficult marriage, but they lived together. Shanahan was on a podcast, and she said they did not have enough money to live in separate homes. She I mean, even though I think that that would have been probably more safer, when she was 10 years old, her father's mental health conditions worsened and he became a hermit, rarely left their home. At the age of 12, she started bussing tables. Shanahan didn't have the funds to visit campus before enrolling, she said, but she had earned a merit scholarship. She chose to concentrate in economics, Asian studies, and Mandarin. Years earlier, as a preteen, she decided that she would grow up to specialize in intellectual property law. During college, she sought mentorship in the field as well. According to her, she went on the internet and wrote letters to every single patent attorney in Seattle and offered to work for free. At night, she said she waited at a sushi restaurant. Pete Thompson, sorry, missed something. Okay. Pete Thompson, a photographer who met Shanahan around the time of her college graduation, described her as friendly and probably ambitious. Though it wasn't clear to him how she would channel her drive, she dabbled as an aspiring model. He told the Daily Beast, and they did a little shoot, but the pictures never made to the press. I think if you knew her at the time, you would definitely get the sense that her ambitions sort of eclipsed being liked. He said it was much like, okay, I'm gonna do something big. She graduated in 2011, and around the same time she founded a startup, Access IP, Clear Access IP, I'm sorry, which helped companies organize their patent portfolios. Now she listed as her boyfriend, Jeremy Cranes at that time. She listed her boyfriend as an investor in the startup, but it was not apparent if he actually held a formal role in the startup. He was her first husband as well and converted to Judaism. Now she listed the next summer is in a yoga retreat. She met Sergey Brin in person. She allegedly began an affair with him. And after the wedding, Kranz stumbled upon the alleged infidelity. She had a couple of those flings, by the way. This was not the only one. She separated from Vosicki in 2013, had an affair with female Google executive. Now coming back to the Sergey Brin situation, by the time they married in 2018, Shanahan had slingshotted into Silicon Valley stardom. She socialized with other billionaires plus ones. According to distributed millions to her pet causes, sometimes igniting controversies as well and worked to distance Brin from his ex-wife. 23andMe co-founder Anne Wysocki, who had remained close with the billionaire, according to the multiple sources with knowledge of the relationships. But almost as quickly, Shanahan's marriage to Brin deteriorated. The couple squabbled over the right approach to raising their daughter, who was diagnosed with autism, and Shanahan chafed at Brin's left brain thinking. There was also the matter of her alleged affair with Elon Musk in 2021, a betrayal so profound and astonishing that the starchy pages of the Wall Street Journal might briefly have been confused for tabloid. Over the past year, armed with a mountain of divorce settlement cash, Shanahan has found a new ally in Robert F. Kennedy, the black sheep of America's most famous political dynasty, whose conspirational predilections have disturbed many scientific minds in Silicon Valley and often made the candidate a spectacle. He has also made headlines for other reasons. This week, in an unexpected twist, he said it was revealed that he once claimed to be suffering from memory loss because a worm had crawled into his skull, eaten some of his tissue, and then died. Okay, so yeah, That is some tissue right there. Okay, Shanahan's relationship with Kennedy leveled up earlier this year when her new romantic partner, Jacob Stromwasser, a Bitcoin enthusiast whom she met naturally at Burning Man, suggested to Kennedy that he consider Shanahan as his vice president nominee. Kennedy bit and Shanahan soon assumed an even larger platform, where she wasted no time mirroring his controversy, warning about the unproven health risks associated with electromagnetic pollution and railing against certain COVID vaccines. On a podcast this month, she echoed conservative talking points, arguing that almost all women contemplating an abortion would choose to give birth if they were given enough resources. She also stated, without providing evidence, that demonstrations in support of Gaza on college campuses are being fueled by the paid protesters. The other faction is aghast that Shanahan, in a highly unlikely alternative reality, could be one beating heart away from the presidency, or more believably, that she had Kennedy will help tilt the election to Donald Trump, as some polls have shown they will do. In a race that might come down to tiny margins, Shanahan, an unknown figure to most Americans, could determine the most consequential election in generation. 24 years ago, Green Party candidate Ralph Nader helped deliver George Bush the presidency by winning 97,000 votes in Florida, a state ultimately decided by fewer than 1,000 ballots. 4 elections later, in 2016, fellow Green Party nominee Jill Stein was accused of knifing Democrats once more, this time drawing votes from Hillary Clinton in her run against Trump. Neither of those candidates had Kennedy's name recognition, nor Shanahan's near limitless war chest. Armed with her cash, Kennedy says she has already gathered enough signatures to appear on the ballot in 3 swing states, with more to come, and has formed an eclectic coalition of supporters from disgraced actor Kevin Spacey to billionaire Bill Ackman, venture capitalist David Sachs, Trump megadonor Timothy Mellon, and podcaster-in-chief Joe Rogan. He's averaging 10% support in national polls, according to 538. Even some of the people who know Shanahan best are bewildered by her newfound power. Unknown man said, other than the fact that she has a bunch of money, I don't know why anyone would vote for her to run anything, not just presidency, but to run anything. At her campaign announcements in late March, Shanahan stood before Kennedy's rowdy fans, beamed in her lilac pantsuit, and made a brash prediction: "I will be the youngest vice president in American history." What else do you need, guys? She is dangerous. Peace.